Right. Well, this escalated quickly, didn't it? British politics, global crisis, and a gala gone nuclear. One minute you're sipping tea at the G7, the next you're sprinting back to London fast enough to leave scorch marks on the runway. That's British politics for you, an endless seesaw between international drama and local squabbles, all seasoned with a dash of chaos only the UK can deliver. If you thought things couldn't get any more explosive, buckle up, because today's serving of political mayhem comes with a side of how on earth did we end up here? Let's set the stage. Sir Keir Starmer, fresh off the plane from Canada, where he was likely doing his utmost to convince world leaders that Britain still matters, has just called an emergency COBRA meeting. No, not the one where they debate whether pineapple belongs on pizza, though, frankly, that might be less contentious. This is high-stakes stuff. The Middle East situation has gone from slightly worrying to, oh bloody hell, faster than you can say special relationship. Here's where things get properly spicy. The conflict between Israel and Iran has escalated from a regional spat to a potential audition for World War III. American military action is allegedly on the table, and British intelligence, yes, the people who probably still use fax machines, reckon we're teetering on the edge of a regional explosion that could drag the UK in whether we like it or not. The Foreign Office's response? Pull diplomatic families out of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. Because nothing says everything's fine. Carry on quite like evacuating your staff children. But it gets better or worse, depending on your appetite for international carnage. Iran's supreme leader has warned Washington to back off, promising irreparable harm. Meanwhile, Trump's online, flinging threats like confetti at a wedding and blustering about knowing exactly where Iran's leadership is hiding, a subtlety comparable to a brick through a window. While Starmer is stuck juggling a potential global catastrophe, things back home aren't exactly a picture calm. If you thought the action was limited to the international stage, think again. The Durham Miners Association, DMA, has just turned the annual Miners Gala, a time-honored celebration of working-class solidarity, into a battleground worthy of Shakespearean tragedy. Here's the delicious irony. Reform UK, a party often dismissed as a political upstart, just obliterated Labour in Durham's council elections, winning 65 out of 98 seats. That's not just a victory, it's a political massacre so comprehensive it should come with a trauma warning. Does the DMA accept reality with grace? Of course not. This is British politics, where losing only strengthens your sense of righteous indignation. The DMA claims reform only won because of protest votes and low turnout, except turnout was actually above average. Why let facts get in the way of a good narrative? Their statement is a masterclass in political shade, accusing reform councillors of being divisive, hate-filled people, and, for good measure, fans of both Trump and Putin. Because nothing says nuanced political analysis like stuffing every bogeyman into one convenient basket. Reform's deputy council leader, Darren Grimes, wasn't about to take that lying down. His response? The political equivalent of a flamethrower. Grimes pointed out that Labour just lost 94% of their council seats. That's not an electoral defeat, he said. That's a restraining order from the entire county. That's the kind of burn that requires medical attention. Then Grimes flipped the script, challenging Labour's claim to working-class authenticity. Poll Labour's MPs and you'll find Oxbridge and organic delis in their family trees, he sneered. Poll ours, and you'll find pit villagers. That's not mere political commentary, it's surgical precision. The DMA tried to defend Labour's record, but it's a tough sell. Defending Labour's performance in Durham right now is like defending the Titanic's navigation skills. Technically possible, but you're fighting a losing battle against observable reality.l. So, what does all this drama mean? While Starmer is juggling international crises and domestic rebellions, the real story is a fundamental shift in British politics. Traditional loyalties are crumbling faster than a biscuit in tea. The Durham drama isn't just about a gala or a set of election results. It's a warning shot that the old alliances are broken and no one knows what comes next. Meanwhile, the international situation is a stark reminder how quickly Britain can go from influential middle power to desperately trying to stay out of World War III in the space of a single weekend. Will Starmer's COBRA meeting prevent a global catastrophe? Will the Durham Miners Association ever forgive Reform UK? More importantly, will British politics ever return to boring? Drop your thoughts below. Is Starmer handling these crises well, or is Britain lurching from one disaster to another? Is the Durham Gala drama just petty politics, or is it a legitimate matter of principle? Whatever your take, one thing's certain. In British politics, today's crisis is tomorrow's footnote in next week's constitutional emergency. Cheers to that, because you never know what's coming next.